Well, this guy is ready to have something to say about all this. Who's going to win here tonight? Ryan Dungey, the reigning champion. It could be a good night for him to step up and remind everybody he's the guy with that #1 plate.
Yeah, I mean, the safe money certainly is on Dungey, right? The odds, the return wouldn't be that good because, you know, but I think he's here to show everybody that he is the champion. There's nothing about how he's executed this day today that tells me that he won't be battling for the win.
Second in the points coming into the night, currently 3 behind Anderson. They're the guys that won earlier.
Brock Tickle just making it through there in the LCQ along with Will Hahn. Let's see where everybody's lined up. Wilson there with first pick is right in the middle. Dungey right there also. I'm sorry, Dungey had first pick. Wilson had second pick. I don't know, if I was Dean Wilson here 15, I'd be a little further to the inside. If Dungey lined up where he did, which is third from the inside of the box.
Yeah, that was, seems like you want to be on the inside there, but unless he's feeling really confident that he is going to get the pole shot, then.
And look at this shot here from the KTM Spider Cam. See all these lines here on the left side? All of this area here, when it's like that, that's just hard base underneath and a lot of wheel spin.
Yeah, remember we talked about traction being a premium tonight. You even heard Davey Millsap's pre-race talking about, you know, how it's really slippery. The moisture's starting to come up from the dirt here, and you know, these guys are going to really be searching, especially the last half of the race.
Pyro going off. Field getting ready. Focused on the gate. Ready to race in San Diego. Who's got the whole shot? It's Brayton again, and Freezy with another good start. He's right up there. How about the 22? Chad Reed going for second place as Brayton and Freezy battle bar to bar for the lead early. Freezy to the inside. We've got a new leader. Can he hold on? Here comes Porcel. He's on the 377. He gets around Reed.
Unbelievable. Vince Freezy on the smart top ride after everything that's happened in the last 7 days, and now he's leading Monster Energy Supercross.
Not for long. Here comes Brayton. Dungey now up to third. Freezy just a week ago embroiled in a heated battle, literally, with Weston Pike in 2 different races. Ends up catching the back end of some heavy punches from Pike. Pike not here. Freezy bounces back, and he is running in second in the main tonight.
And how about Porcel right there trying to make the move on Dungey? It looks like Reed's going to lose another spot, possibly to Roxton. There, the yellow bike, the bottom of your screen. And
Dungey,
all the riders are bunched up.
Dungey up to second. Brayton hasn't led a main event since 2013. How long will he hang on to it? The champ to the inside. Dungey's leading in San Diego.
And he misses the rhythm section. Chad Reed has made some moves. He's now up to third.
Don't count him out. Watch him on that blue Yamaha number 22. Reed telling us earlier today he feels really good about how his program's coming along. And the factory squad at Yamaha happy to have the Australian back aboard their bike. He's going after Brayton. He's up to second. Oh. Now can he reel in Dungey?
Chad Reed is absolutely flying on this new Yamaha ride that he has. He's won in the San Diego area over at Qualcomm more than anybody else.
He won 6 races over there, Jeff. 5 of those 6 he won on a Yamaha. Freezy starting to drop back. Anderson's now pressuring him. Here comes the field behind him. Weimer having another good run. He's right in this group, and Tomac coming up alongside of him.
It is unbelievable how many riders are wheel-to-wheel, bar-to-bar coming through the rhythm section. Ricky, I know you're back over there. What's that like?
Yeah, I mean, these guys are just coming. Each guy is doing something different. I mean, they are fighting for every inch. Every time their wheel is on the ground as well. I mean, they are so aggressive. We're in for a treat.
Well, you have to be. And Roxon with a quick look over his shoulder because he just went around Justin Brayton, and the BTO KTM rider tries to come back after him. Brayton has slipped back now to 4th. Timing and scoring showing Dungey, Reed, Roxon, Brayton, and Porcel. Seeley coming in here on the 14. He's going to get just around Porcel. That puts him in the top 5.
So Seeley's on the move right now. After a 7th place start, a lot of shuffling around. It was Roxon that was 6th. He's up to 3rd.
And a pair of 2-time champions at the front of the field, Dungey and Reed.
Your heat winner, Dean Wilson, back in 13th, while the other heat winner, Ryan Dungey, out front, 2.5 lead.
And last week's winner, Anderson, is running in 7th. As we continue to watch the battle here between Brayton and Seeley. Anderson, Roxon goes off the track. We'll update you on that. Anderson continues to push forward. He gets around Porcel. He's now in the top 5. Here's Roxon going again. He's dropped all the way to 10th, Jeff, just in front of Weimer.
Got past Weimer. That puts him up to 9th. Watch your lower left. Oh, that was after the... Oh, that was after the set of tabletops there, coming into turn 4. That's one of those where you could clip that little, it's coming up right here. This is the next section. The next turn is where Roxon went off.
Now he's going to try to get around Freezy, see if he can get 8th place away. But Weimer has the same idea. Jake Weimer on the 12. Seeley around Brayton up to 3rd. Cole Seeley having a great run here tonight.
Worked his way through the pack nicely. Started 7th on lap 1, but it was chaos back there, and he was able to put the Honda into the top 3 now. Made some smart moves at the beginning of the race. Anderson, he was 9th on the first lap, up to 5th.
The Anaheim winner, sizing up Brayton's KTM. The Husqvarna number 21. Talked to Roger DeCoster earlier today, team manager for Red Bull KTM. Husqvarna, kind of a sister corporation down at KTM, and I asked him how different the bikes were. He said they share a lot of technical information. Anderson and Dungey train together every week. The riders share a lot of information. DeCoster, known as the man for all the championships that he won, says that basically Anderson's bike and Dungey's bike are set up very similarly. The real difference is just minor, and it comes down to rider preference. And it's working for Anderson here as he puts his 21 up alongside and then past Brayton to take over Ford.
Really aggressive move there. Tomac just behind Brayton also. Roxon, after that huge mistake, cost him the winner tonight. There's going to be tough the way the leaders are riding out front for the 94 to put it up on the top of the podium. But I would say that a podium is possible.
Kennard is landing onto the backside of Roxon here. Those two running 8th and 9th right now.
A lot of Roxon's success last year came from being so good off of the start, putting himself in a good position. Now with 2 main events, he has not really done that. And especially with the mistake here, now he's battling through the pack.
Here's Tomac. He is now around Brayton. And Brayton finally falls out of the top 5. It's been a difficult week for the BTO team. They've got their rider just outside the top 5. That would be uplifting for them for sure after having all their equipment stolen from them. Millsap's back to 17th, Brayton's teammate.
Seeing a nice little groove there starting to form in that 180 left-hander between the whoops and the triple. Riders coming right at us.
How about a battle for the lead brewing? Dungey in front of Reed. The gap right now, 1.2 seconds. Reed hasn't been on the podium since his win a year ago at Atlanta. That was the first of 2 races last year that we had inside the Georgia Dome.
I mean, it's unbelievable where Chad Reed's at. And think about this. This win here tonight, that affects the record books. Dungey sets 8th all-time with 22 wins. Chad Reed, he's 4th all-time with 44 wins, so twice as many. And kind of unexpected for Reed to even be in this position, because if you think about it, he really didn't get the contracts and everything done for this Yamaha deal until about 3 days before the opener last week. And so for him to be able to ride at this pace and be at this level is really impressive.
For Dungey, if he can win here tonight, it'd be the 7th straight year with at least one victory for him. He's had 12 straight finishes, Jeff, a first or second for Dungey. That's why he's got that #1 plate.
Mr. Consistent. And now that he has the speed and confidence, Reed's got some good lines right there. He lost a little bit of time that time around, but we'll see if now that we're halfway through this main event, if any of the lapped riders that Dungey's going to hit first, if they're going to possibly in some of these sections of the track where it's one line, if that holds him up, Chad Reed has the experience. He knows how to take advantage of that. And if that'll help him take the win.
Don't forget, as we wait for Seeley, there he is. Reed loves racing here in San Diego. Dungey has never won here in San Diego.
Well, Reed's the type of guy that he takes that and finds a way to use that to his advantage. It gives him motivation. It gives him confidence. Take a look at the lap times. Marvin Musquin, the KTM rider who's 11th right now, just turned the fastest lap. He's buried in the middle of the pack.
Here's Tomac running 5th. And then this battle, Brayton with Roczen. Roczen has caught him. This is what he did last week too, right? He had a bad start, fought up through the field. We got a medical flag here, so they're going to roll through here.
Looks like some tough blocks had gotten knocked out onto the track there, Ralph. That was the reason for the yellows.
Roczen tries to get the power down to the inside. Looks like Kennard right behind him too.
Rough night for Kennard. See, his first lap position was 15th. With the type of lap times being so close here.
Oh man, what a fight we've got here too. Brayton trying to hang on, a little bit of a bobble, and the Suzuki of Roczen goes by.
And just behind him, Porcel got into the side of Kennard in the turn before the whoops.
So the Soaring Eagle Jimmy John Suzuki Factory Racing number 94 is now up to 6th.
So now Roczen has a bit of a clear track. Last time around, Roczen's lap time was a 52nd flat. Your leaders are right about there, 49.5.
Here's Tickle.
Seconds.
Tickle behind Wilson. They're running 13th and 14th, and just in front of them, Barsha. And that's Millsaps running right behind Tickle.
That was pretty cool. Tickle there, a little manual. Just wheelies over that little knuckle off that tabletop there before the triple.
Tries to cut inside. Dean, who won his heat race earlier, protecting the spot.
Notice Ricky talked about this rhythm section. It's a little bit quicker, but then you have to check up right at the end there. Really interesting. I really felt that this track was going to get more rutted out than what it has, but it's been pretty flat and smooth, like kind of skatey. A lot of little marbles out there, little rocks that would be like riding if somebody spilt marbles on the ground.
You saw Barsha go by. Boy, this battle is really heating up too. Tickle changes lines, does it again, and it'll work.
Now Wilson he's in jeopardy of Millsaps getting by too, so, oh, and Millsaps.
And he will. Man, what a great move by Davey. Meanwhile, here's this fight. Anderson is reeled in Seeley. We talked about these two earlier. They have battled through the 250 ranks. They battled last week. In fact, the pass for the lead took place between these two, and that was the one for the win, Jenny.
Well, for Cole, it was interesting because I talked to him about his confidence today about getting that podium last week, and he said, you know, I was feeling great all day. I did have that shoulder injury before Supercross started. It was lingering in his mind. It wasn't even that it was affecting him, but it was bugging him a little bit. And, you know, for Cole, he feels confident that he can be up in the podium. He's one of those guys you don't always think about, but he's fine with that.
Oh, man, what a fight it is here, Jenny. Seeley takes the line away with 4 to go. Anderson looking for a way around, and they got a lapper in front of him who stays out of the way.
Seeley's been here too many times. He's looking over his shoulder. He knows how aggressive Anderson will ride, and he is hanging tough right now.
Jeff, these two ride very aggressive, and they've had their moments, but they seem to have a lot of respect for each other.
They certainly do. I would agree with that. But see Seeley to the outside once again.
Man! Seeley counters back. Boy, what a great battle these two are putting on.
Wow, he looks over his shoulder again. Seeley,
oh, he bobbled. He bobbled, and Anderson capitalizes.
That's where Anderson does not hesitate. He has got the eye of the tiger. He absolutely would not be denied. And that's one of the differences there between Seeley and Anderson. It's that type of riding that won Anderson the championship in the 250 class, and why Seeley didn't. I mean, how many times has this happened to Seeley?
Too many. Too many.
It's like he's like, I don't like that replay. But what are you gonna do about it?
And every time he sees it, it's always the same guy. Dungey out in front of Reed, 2 seconds up. He's opened up a bit of a gap here with 3 laps to go. Jeff, Dungey might win this race here tonight, and he will be the story that everybody will be talking about. But might we not be missing something in the great ride that Reed has put on here tonight if we don't?
Well, Reed is a 2-time Monster Energy Supercross champion, and when you start talking about these riders, the fans, the industry, people around the paddock, they have a lot of respect for Chad Reed, and they're going to know, you know, the people here on the inside know that this is an incredible ride. I'm sure the fans at home are appreciating, you know, the abilities that Chad Reed has and how much he loves Supercross, and that he's been able to once again kind of resurrect his career just when you thought he was going to be left without a ride and maybe retire. And here he is getting another podium. And hey, with 2 to go, he still has a shot to win this thing.
No doubt about it. And I'll tell you what, the way the season is going, the way he's riding as the white flag comes out, the way they're running, he is 4th in the points and very much alive in 2016.
Well, and all these people that back Chad Reed in his effort, like Monster Energy, 360 Fly, Chaparral, and Yamaha, they're going to be really stoked because they're the people that have to have the belief in Chad Reed and his determination for him to even be here today. And it's closing up, Ralph.
Yes, it is. He cut it down to 1.8 seconds, and we knew that Dungey would get his win eventually, and it might come here tonight at a place he's never won before. America's finest city, as it's known, San Diego. And on this night, the finest ride belongs to Ryan Dungey. The checkered flag awaits. Red Bull KTM's Ryan Dungey wins in San Diego. Reed comes home in second. Anderson will get third. Seeley once again will finish behind his rival Anderson. Tomac, Roxon, Kennard all close in and get top 10s. Musquin with a decent ride. And how about BTO's Brayton? Had a great start, battles all night, slips, but stays in the top 10.
Yeah, Musquin was 12th on the first lap, up to 9th. Brayton leading it, like you said. So one of the biggest movers on the night was Trey Kennard, who was 7th. He was 15th on the first lap, up to 7th.
So change the points up too. Dungey's going to get the red plate again.
Taking his lap here around for the fans here at Petco Park in San Diego.
And we're going to be back here in San Diego in a few weeks. right here at Petco Park once again. One of 2 venues that we will race at twice this year. Anaheim, of course, the second. We're going to wait for Dungey to make his way to the podium, and we'll be there. Join us when we talk to the winner.